On DeAndre Hunter.
Look at Cade. Everything's in front of him, so he sees where the help is coming, regardless of the angle. Now he's able to.
There.
Now he's.
Mike Schmitz of ESPN. We're here with Pistons star rookie guard Cade Cunningham. Cade, appreciate you taking the time, man.
Sir, I appreciate you having me, man. It's good to talk to you.
Yeah, so we did one of these back in the day during your freshman season at Oklahoma State.
But do you feel like you're the best player in the draft?
Yeah, definitely. I feel like I have a lot of things, a lot of tools that, are hard to find. And, I feel like I affect the game in so many different ways that, it's going to be hard to find somebody else that, is this versatile and can affect the game in this many ways. So, yeah, I feel like I'm the best player, but that's how I should feel.
I think we knew then, most of the basketball world knew then you'd be the number one pick. But I guess take me through what the last year has been like, just, from that moment until now, maybe some things you've learned and how you describe kind of what the process has been like.
Yeah, from then to now, it's been a cool ride for me, being able to live out my dreams and being in the NBA, playing against so many other, big time basketball players, things like that. I've learned a lot about myself, just the ups and downs throughout an 82 game season. It's a lot of different things that come at you, but I feel like, just trying to be consistent and trying to get better each and every day has helped me. And so I still got a long way to go, but it's been a good first year, I think, for me.
I want to break down, your film with you, like kind of like we did in the past, but more so looking at, some of the areas you've really had success this year. And so we'll go through some of those different things, like you said, impacting the game defensively. I think we all know your ball screen reads, your ability to get your own. But this game in particular really caught my eye, just because of the matchup, you, Kevin Durant, a highly anticipated kind of game. And you're unshakable. Like you've got this, like we've talked about it, you've got this confidence about you that shows, pretty much at every level. What do you remember about this game and I guess this shot in particular?
Yeah, at this point in the game, I was already feeling good. I was playing loose. I felt like I could get to my spots pretty well. So I got the catch and I was able to line up and get one off because, he was kind of worried about the screen or whatever. So, at that point, I wasn't really worried about distance or anything. It was just, my eyes were already locked in on my target.
What was that? I know KD's kind of shouted out your game before and, giving you a lot of credit for the way you play. And I know he's a guy who's kind of, talks to a lot of young players like on the low. It's not always in the media, but he's giving guys advice.
Sure.
What was it like to kind of just not have that fear to go against a guy like that? What have those battles been like?
Yeah, they've been a lot of fun. Like you said, he definitely is he's a fan of the game still. You can tell how much he loves the game because, like you said, he's reaching out to, guys in high school, whatever, just tapping in with them about, basketball and things like that. So being on the court with him, I learned so much just – about the angles that he's taking, just trying to get to spots, things like that. But, at the same time, I'm trying to showcase who I am. And so, more than I feel like just the competition of basketball is the most fun part. So, trying to go out and show everybody who you are and show everybody that you can play is something I get a lot of joy out of. So, having Kevin Durant, Kyrie Irving on the floor, it's no bigger stage than that.
But you've been one of the most efficient isolation guys in really in the whole league, already at your age, and being able to go get your own, like you said, and just kind of want to go through. So all these are clips from after the All-Star break, right? So just showing kind of, some of the things you've been doing well. I know this has been one of your go-tos, right?
Yeah, I've used that move a bunch in my life, for sure.
What's the key to this one?
I really like it because there's a lot of things that, that's the beginning of the move, but I can counter out of it a lot of different ways. If you cut it off, things like that. So usually I just try to use it to size somebody up, see how they guard me. And in this case, I was able to get them with the first one, so to get to the rim.
And that's some of the bounce. The bounce is sneaky.
Yeah, it's sneaky. I'm gonna get it. more too. So I'm gonna get it a little louder.
Hey, you've had a couple big ones, man. So then here, kind of coming semi-transition, right? Getting downhill. Take me through this one.
Yeah, getting left. He actually guarded it pretty well. I knew it was gonna be tough to score just over the front with no glass. So I just tried to get it up there strong, and let the glass help me out.
Yeah, and we'll go through some of the finishing too in a minute. I think that's an area where you've probably made the most progress, in the second half of the season, right?
Right, for sure. Just getting to the rim. I feel like, my three ball not falling the way I wanted it to. I wanted to be more aggressive, make sure I was getting, to the rim, getting the easier ones, and letting that expand my game and bring it out from there. So, I was happy with how I was able to get to my spots and still score.
So we've seen the right to left cross, then kind of the off the hang, right? The left to right cross here too. You're comfortable going either direction?
Yeah. I feel like I'm low-key ambidextrous for real, but I'm labeled as right.
So either one, well, because you finish a lot with the left, even like the jump hooks, you like going left.
Right, yeah, definitely. I like working left, and I feel like a lot of times, people aren't as used to somebody right-handed getting to their left and scoring with their left. So maybe people guard it a little differently, but I enjoy it. I like going left.
And then the step back has been coming along too. I know that's always been, a part of your game. Has there been any adjustment to like just the length of it, right? I know earlier in the year, maybe it was AD or got you, I think it was a step back, right? Like, was there an adjustment to the length of some of the perimeter defenders?
Yeah, definitely. I feel like sometimes, early on, I feel like, you play against so many guys that are long, athletic, that they show you things that might look good, but they can really still go get to it, and I feel like I ran into that a couple times this year where maybe somebody baited me into thinking I had something easy. And, the length of the NBA, athleticism of the NBA, they can close gaps so quick. So I feel like now I've just, through time, been able to read how much time it takes me to get it off, how much space I need, and, it's helped me throughout the year.
All right, so we see the step back, going to your left. You're really, really comfortable, whether it's mid-range, whether it's three. That's obviously been a big part of your game for a long time. But now it seems like you're kind of playing off of it, too. I thought this game in particular, Matisse Thybulle, you got Embiid in the middle. Like, I thought you looked really comfortable against some of the best defenders in the league. Take me through this move and kind of what you're seeing on this one.
Yeah, Harden at the strong nail, he's dead on the nail. So, maybe this is one time where you kick, you get off of it.
Okay.
I got a big time right wing, but I was already kind of feeling myself. Stop, and then just try to get busy.
How much has your length helped you as a finisher over the second half?
It's helped me a lot. It's crazy. I feel like this is the first time where I feel like just my length is really giving me an advantage in the game as far as being able to get things off. Whereas, other was I feel like I could still get things off just because I had that much space. But now, people are a lot closer to me a lot of times when I'm shooting. I'm shooting a lot more crowds. So my length has definitely really helped me for sure.
All right, so you've been, playing off of this a little bit too. Take me through this one.
Yeah, driving hard. He cut it off. He did a good job stopping my move. And then just being able to play off of, getting counters. You have to have counters in your game, I feel like, and things you can get to whenever your first move gets cut off. So, being creative. I figure he knows I'm going to spin right here. So,
yeah,
being creative, having to feel a little bit.
And you mentioned, like, kind of studying other guys, too, when maybe things were, struggling for yourself. Like, is there anyone that you got to the league and just been like, man, like, he's got a whole different bag than I thought, or I like watching this guy more than I expected?
Yeah, that's the thing. There's so many guys in the NBA that really that maybe don't get the attention that, other guys might get, but I think more than anything, just seeing the way Chris Paul conducts the NBA floor, like he talks to almost everybody out there, the way he's running everything. Seeing that for the first time, being on the court with it, and almost like being a part of it, because he's controlling my side too. Like he's making us do what he wants them to do. So watching that, I mean, I feel like I learned so much just from his game, and I mean, now I get to watch Suns games in a whole different light just because I know how he's making everything go. So he's somebody that's super fun to watch, and there's a lot of big time scorers and people with bags in the league that can get to spots. And just watching games, I mean, I feel like I have a different lens on it now.
Yeah, CP, he's playing in slow motion, man. That's what I always say about him.
He knows everything that's going on.
Yeah, different speed. But, yeah, here I think teams been sitting on that spin move a little bit from you, right? So then, able to get to that right shoulder. And then this one I think you pulled out a little bit in college, too. This is like that MJ along the baseline move.
Yeah.
That's kind of the similar footwork, right?
Yeah, different looks, change of speeds. Like those type of things are hard to guard.
Yeah, no question. Getting downhill, drawing the foul, big time. And then, all right, sizing you up. So you like to get to the post too, man. I know that's kind of where you came up a little bit, right? You played on the block when you were younger.
Right.
How much have you been able to kind of get into that side of your game?
Yeah, I really enjoy it down there. I feel like growing up, practicing so many hooks, both hands, using the glass, mic and drills all the time, things like that. And being, a bigger guard, I feel like, anytime I can't get going from the outside with my handle or whatever, being able to put somebody on your hip or behind you, just get hooks, get easier looks for yourself, it'll get you going. So I try to incorporate that as much as I can, and maybe I can get to it a little bit more, honestly.
All right, the finishing, like we talked about, I think this is where you've probably made the most strides. I saw you mention like playing off a two a little bit more, kind of adding different things to your game. But like some of it is just the strength, man. Like have you been surprised at how you've been able to move some dudes? Like that's Andre Drummond, right? He's a big body.
Yeah, Andre Drummond's one of the strongest dudes I played. So I'm not gonna lie. You gotta crack down on him and box him out. That's a different task for real. But
so how are you able to just rock him back here with, what do you weigh? 220?
Body and leverage more than anything. You gotta try to get under him and push him up. And I played against guys that are big and strong a lot throughout my career, and just finding different ways to still be able to get your shots off against them. I'm happy that I've been able to do it in my first year rather than having to take a long time to figure it out. But yeah, it's something that I continue to try to work on and add to for sure.
Yeah, I mean that's big time, and that's the thing that I've noticed is like has transitioned right away. Like you've been able to do pretty much whatever you want, strength wise. And then some of it is a little tricky though, a little bit of the deception here against Embiid. Take me through that one.
Yeah. Same foot, same hand, left hand. You gotta get it up, man.
Gotta get it up quick, right?
Get it up.
Yeah, getting it up quick there, and then here Mitchell Robinson, like full extension. You've had some of these kind of way back here, huh?
Yeah, Mitchell Robinson's a good shot blocker. He's big time. So you gotta put it away from him. You gotta keep it out there. He'll go get it for sure. So.
Yeah,
different. You gotta just trying different things, trying to get it away from guys. I figure if I can get it up on the glass, I have a good chance of scoring it. So I'm trying to cut down to getting my shot blocked.
Yeah, because we're seeing you. I mean, Embiid, Porzingis, Mitchell Robinson. Like you're finishing over already, like some of the best shot blockers, and then Matisse Thybulle, like being able to get a guy like that off balance. You feel like you can already score against anyone in the NBA?
Yeah, I feel good. I try to carry myself like that on the court. I don't let anybody feel like they're getting the best of me when they're guarding me. I feel like, I just try to trust my moves and trust, that my moves will get me open and try to score from there. So I feel good on any of them for real. I mean, I feel like if I got the ball in my hands, I'm straight.
And then this KD too. You like this as well, kind of that when you're along the baseline, like these quick finishes?
Yeah, I like that one. It's tough time. It's tough time on up.
Yeah, I mean, you don't need to be we saw the dunk, but you don't need to be a run and jump like poster dude to really finish in the NBA, right?
All right, you don't.
But you got this one still.
Got one, man. I don't know if I got too many posters this year. I'm gonna get my list together though.
Corey Kispert, though, like, I mean, he should know better, right?
Yeah, I had to get him.
You had that one, the one against the Suns. So definitely showing that. But, before we just kind of wrap up with your defense, I just want to show, like, the playmaking, I think, is something that's going to come to light even more as you guys continue to add pieces. Might have a top 3 pick in this next draft. You got guys like Jabari Smith, Paulo Banchero, Chet Holmgren, like some really talented dudes who could slide right in and help. Do you feel like your passing is still more levels to go? You feel like it's going to come to light even more?
Yeah, I think it's going to come to light even more for sure. And I feel like there's still, some things that I'm going to clean up that are going to help it grow even more. So I'm excited, man. I feel like there's a lot of things I can add to my game, to my passing, that'll, open the floor up a lot for me and my ability to score, and for my teammates to where they can get going too.
Yeah, and this one, we've always known you've had these in the bag. Like, we've talked through these before, hitting that weak side corner. What's the key to this pass?
Yeah, finding the low man, seeing if he's coming inside, and if he can get out to that corner. I mean, regardless at this point, Sadiq can get it off, and he's a big-time shooter. So just trying to zip it to him, give him as much time to figure out if he's shooting it or driving it with the closeout. And he's going to knock that down.
But, yeah, you've shown you can make that pass, like right on the money. Guy like Sadiq who really, really shoots it. And then playing in the pocket, too, your pace. Everyone talks about Cade Cunningham's pace, right? Like, I think I saw Coach even mention, like, I think guys, it took him a little bit of time to get used to that. How would you describe your pace?
I don't try to get sped up very much. Sometimes in traffic, I try to really slow down and kind of stop everything. And so, for some teammates, it's kind of weird for them to just watch me stop in the middle of the lane and probe. So I think once guys start getting used to me and start cutting off of it and start trying to, find what way to score off of that, people start to understand me more. But, I think once I, more of a better feel for my teammates as well, I was able to find out where they're going to be and make my reads better. And it just opened up our offense a little bit. So, but pace has always been a big part of my game, I feel like.
And then this is kind of where, all right, so got to shout out your man Isaiah Stewart on these, though. Like, it feels like you get, like, 1 bucket a game just kind of waiting in the pocket and then having him, like, roll out their big, right?
Right. Isaiah's big time, man. He finds ways to get guys, make guys' jobs easier. And so a lot of times he's telling me, like, yo, let's get one. Or follow me or something. He sees the floor really well for a big, and he's easy to play with. So yeah, shout out Zay, man. Highway Zay.
I like that. But yeah, I mean, I could have 10 clips of that, of him just trucking dudes because of his physicality. And then, the mid-range game has been pure all year, right?
Yeah, I've been liking the mids this year for sure.
All right, so you mentioned it earlier. The last thing I want to hit on is just, like, you're a true two-way guy, and I think, like, your length, your instincts, your competitiveness, I think it fits kind of the Detroit, mentality. I know you mentioned that coming into the year. And I think this play is like a perfect example, right? Late game.
On the ball for the inbound, just see if, I can make anybody's job, tougher to get the ball, whatever. Sometimes, little stuff like that will get you something. I recognize, they trying to clear this lane for him to drive. The play felt almost scared since Kansas at Oklahoma State. And I remember I got a weak side block. They tried to clear out the low man that I was guarding and drive the ball. So JG tried to take the charge. I thought he had that one. And then, I was right in position to go get one.
Yeah, give me that. Off the glass, like game-winning play against your boy Scotty Barnes. And then you mentioned that play, so I wanted to sprinkle that in here because it reminded me of the same exact thing, man.
That's crazy.
Same exact thing. And this was one of the like when I was trying to explain to people all year, like, no, Cade is like, he's the guy, not just because, you know, he can handle it and he can pass and all that. Like, he's a winner, you know, and he's won at every level and he guards, you know, multiple positions and makes winning plays. And I think this play kind of was a great example of that, right?
Yeah. I think the one difference in the two is we're up 3 against Toronto. And so for any of the young hoopers watching this, you don't have to help up 3 most times. You know what I'm saying? They're looking for threes, don't help on the 2. But I felt like he didn't really see me coming. He was off balance. He had to get it up. And I'm not even going to give him a chance to go down 1 at that point. So,
yeah.
It's a still thing, but usually try to hold back on helping up 3 for sure.
Yeah, well, you got the highlight, pinned it off the glass, and then this one too, like with the 2 hands, and then it was the save that led to the run out and the finish. I mean, that's a winning DNA, man.
I was on fair play to LSU for sure.
And then this too, just kind of winding down here, like the instincts. You've been getting a lot of steals, whether it's, you know, I think that Brooklyn game, like Philly game, I'm sorry, really digging into gaps, you know, ripped Harden a couple times. And then here, just like having the IQ, the awareness as that backline defender. What's your job here in this situation?
Yeah, low man on the double side. So, you know, I got to help if anything gets behind. You know, our big and Clint Capella, big time lob threat. So, you know, just trying to be in and trying to, you know, stop the pass. And I'm not going to be able to block it if he catches it. So, just trying to go get the pass early. All
right, a couple clips just to end it here. You against, you know, potential rookie of the year, Evan Mobley. I know you guys have played together, played against each other plenty of times. But I think this kind of shows, like, you know, you can guard a footer, like your strength. So you switch on to him here. What's going through your head in this possession? What do you remember?
I remember telling the squad no help. I like guarding. You know, I like being a post defender anyway. So, you know, I kind of take pride in that. If I know it's a rookie of the race going on. If me and him see each other, no help. And if he scores me, then I got to shake again. If not, then, you know, I win that possession. So I just wanted to see what I had. Stop him from going middle, got to hold your ground, and then make sure you get a good contest or whatever.
So you're aware that on this possession, like, okay, mano a mano, like we're battling for this thing?
Come on, man. You know, I'm aware of that. Come on.
Hey, you do exactly that. Strong, hard to move, hold your ground, and then one more just to show. Evan had a hell of a year, obviously, you know, impacting winning, like doing a little bit of everything. But just to show, you're aware. Quick hands, huh?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So there with the swipe.
I love Evan's game, though, definitely. I love it. I love his game. But, you know, I got to hold my own, too.
So what's the next step for Cade Cunningham? What's the, as you go into this summer, I guess, and you want to attack some things, like what are we going to see from you next year? And I guess what is your ceiling long term?
Yeah, I'm gonna get stronger. I'm gonna work on my body for sure. Make sure that, you know, it's strong enough to withstand this 8-2 and, you know, take it up another level throughout those games and tighten up my handle for sure, and I'm trying to get that 3-ball consistent and knock down. I feel like I got the shot for it. It's just about, you know, getting it to fall for me. So I'm excited, man. Passing. It's a couple of different things I'm working on, but I feel like next year my game is going to be able to really grow as long as I stay consistent, keep working, and stay healthy.
Yeah, no doubt. Well, Cade, I appreciate you taking the time, man. I think you're you know, rookie of the year. I think you're right there as probably a guy who could potentially be an all-star next year. You guys keep adding pieces. Got a couple good ones coming in potentially next year. So keep doing your thing, man. I appreciate you taking the time.
I appreciate it, man. Definitely.
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.